Good afternoon and welcome into another broadcast of California Winter League Baseball. I'm Brandon Januska. To my right is Joey Miller as we have a great matchup here today. The Canada A's on Canada Day here at Palm Springs Stadium. The A's 9-2 will play host to the Palm Springs Power, coming in with a record of 5-6. A Canada team that can take advantage of a China loss earlier today. They lost 6-5 as the Palm Springs Chill able to walk it off. A Dominic Bucco walk-off RBI double to pull off the upset in a game in which China had a 4-0 lead after the second inning. So the Chill, a big win, helps the A's in the standings. China was half a game better. The A's can jump Team China in the standings with their 10th win here today. And just a few moments ago, about 20 minutes ago, the Bombers knocked off the Alberta Grizzly by a final score of 2-1 in the early game here at Palm Springs Stadium. Well, now it's the A's and the Power going head-to-head. Third matchup between the two teams, the season series, even at one game apiece, and we expect a good one between these two.
We really do. I mean, two of the CWL's top offensive dogs, Asaf Loengart and Sam Ruda, going off against each other, the all-red jersey matchups. These two teams probably have the best starting pitching rotations in the league in terms of those guys who can consistently give you length with accuracy and a tough mentality. This is the third matchup of the season, like you said, this being the first with Stan Kleeburn's presence. So we'll see how that impacts things here with a new starter on the mound. No, not new to us, but new to starting here in the California Winter League.
Yeah, that being Canada A's starter Alejandro Izquierdo making his first start of the season. Let's get you these lineups for today's matchup. Leading off for Stan Kleiburn's Palm Springs Power, the designated hitter Asaf Loengart. He'll be followed by the catcher Tyler Hendricks batting second. Alex Andres, one of the newcomers at first base, bats third. John Taylor, coming off a home run yesterday, is at short. He's the cleanup man. Jacob Mabin in center field will bat fifth as Izquierdo's first pitch in is a strike called to Asaf Loengart. Batting sixth for the Power, Francisco Polito, the third baseman. Tristan Pacheco bats seventh and left. Kai Seong Chen, the right fielder, bats eighth. And Wen Hung Woo is the second baseman batting ninth. As the pitch misses, it's a 1-1 count on the leadoff man, Asaf Loengart. The 1-1 from Izquierdo. Swing and a miss, 1-2. The starting pitcher for the Palm Springs Power today is Huang Po Xian. We'll get you the defensive alignment for the A's in just a moment. Izquierdo working relatively quickly. The 1-2. Off speed, and it comes up and hits Loengart in the back. So Loengart gets bailed out after it was a pitcher's count, 1-2. The hit by pitch puts a runner at first to lead off the ball game.
Yeah, things really look strong to start that at-bat for Izquierdo. Not a fan of the fastball. He's keeping it with the off-speed. Starting to work his breaking ball a little bit more. He trusts his sliders. He trusts his sinkers. But he just tried something there and lost it. And now one of the fastest men in the league is aboard at first.
Brings up Tyler Hendricks, the catcher, batting in the 2 spot today as the pitch in the dirt skips away from the catcher Downham, and down to second base goes Loengart. Wild pitch on the first offering, and it's a runner at second, just underway. 2 batters into this ball game, scoreless between the A's and Power. Defensively, for the A's from left to right in the outfield, it's Juan Francis, Matthew Warren, and Deontay Jackson. We'll give you the infield right after this next offering. Runner at second, the 1-0. Popped up, foul grounds, right side. First baseman Fogue crashes in, and he makes the grab for the first out of the inning. Loengart remains at second, so Tyler Fogue, is the first baseman. Over at second, Dane Simon. Third baseman, Sam Ruda. Over at short is Jorge Colon. The catcher for the A's is Jed Downham. And the starting pitcher, as we mentioned, Alejandro Izquierdo, who, Joey, you had a chance to talk to a bit during the first game this morning. We'll get into that in just a moment. First pitch fouled back into the screen by Alex Andres.
I did. You weren't in the room, but you must have heard a little bit of it. We talked for the fifth inning. It was quite an exciting inning, too, in that first game. But he talked a lot about the success and the team mentality. Everybody's really gotten to know each other really well, and they're feeling good. Obviously, how do you not feel good? 9-2 now.
The 0-1 misses outside, 1-1 on Alex Andres.
But for him specifically, just starting to find that confidence again. I mean, he's a young kid, 19 years old out of Florida, and looking to kind of use this league to leapfrog into a professional role.
Pitch low and in, skips to the left of Downham, and down to third base goes Loewengaard. Couple of wild pitches already in this one. Have a runner 90 feet away with one out.
But for Izquierdo, it's just about being calm, being collected. He's been put into situations from the closer role, this being his first start, that he's gotten his way out of.
The 2-1 to Andres. That's ripped into right field and down for a base hit. RBI single, Alex Andres, the power strike first. It's 1-0.
His first hit in the California Winter League. Welcome to the league, Andres, and welcome to the power into this ball game.
That'll bring up John Taylor, the shortstop. Bats from the left side for Alex Andres, the Alberta, Canada native. Gets his first hit and RBI of the Winter League on Canada Day here at the ballpark. Runner at first, one out, 1-0 power, top of the first inning. Righty to lefty, the first pitch to Taylor is skied high in the air. Foul grounds on the right side, and that'll get out of play. Fogue gave it a look, but it was well into the bleachers, 0-1.
You know, you find a lot of power anywhere you go in the NCAA, but with a Division I guy coming out of the Ragin' Cajuns, University of Louisiana Lafayette, we're seeing a lot of power off the bat. We saw it yesterday. One of the deepest home runs we've seen, that 3-run home run that really turned things around for his power yesterday.
The 0-1 is in for a strike, 0-2 on John Taylor, and not only did he play at the D1 level with the Ragin' Cajuns, he had a lot of success there. He was a starter. Runner at first. Andres takes the short lead, held on by Fogue. 0-2 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fooled Taylor on that one, and that's out number 2.
Big strikeout to get there on the heavy-hitting 4 spot. And now that you got the run at third in and out of the way, Izquierdo can lock in here against Maben.
Jacob Maben out of Newberg, Oregon. Runner at first, 2 outs, 1-0 power, top of 1 as the pitch low and away for ball 1.
One of a couple Oregon guys, Jamonte Woods, the other one, who just finished up his game earlier today. We were talking about a big walk-off win over Team China. Now brings the implications into today's game for the Canada A's.
Izquierdo's 1-0. Runner takes off, pitch low and away for a ball, and the throw not in time. Feet first slide. Into second goes Andres with a stolen base. Runner at second, 2 outs, 1-0 power, top of the first inning. And a 2-0 count on Jacob Maben. Maben hitting .370 on the year, playing in his 12th game with the power. Dancing around at second base is Andres. The 2-0 home, lifted in the air toward right field. Jackson moves back a couple of steps and makes the grab to retire the side. Power get 1. RBI single by Andres scores Loewengaard. It's 1-0 after a half here on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Bottom of the first inning, Power with a 1-0 lead. They send their starter, Huang Po-Hsien, out to the mound to face a Canada A's lineup that looks like this, sent out by manager Paul Nochi. Leading things off at second base is Dane Simon. Batting second, left fielder, the switch hitter, Juan Francis. Sam Ruda, the always dangerous left-handed third baseman, bats third. Jed Downham, the catcher, bats fourth. Tyler Fogue in the 5 spot at first base. Deontay Jackson, the right fielder, will bat 6th. Center fielder Matthew Warren batting 7th. Jorge Colon, the shortstop, batting 8th. And Grayson Moeller rounds out the 9. He's the designated hitter today. Of course, we saw right-handed thrower Alejandro Izquierdo on the mound in the top half of the inning. Now it's Huang Po-Hsien's turn to do his part on the mound against this always dangerous Canada A's lineup.
Yeah, one of the best, I think the best, you can safely say, offense in the California Winter League. And they have a lot of reasons to their success. As far as we know, the A's have not received they haven't received any Session 2 guys, presumably because they don't need the help right now. They're the team to beat. They're the one with the target on their back as they consistently flip back and forth between that half-game exchange between Team China and themselves.
Simon flashed bunt and pulled it back, takes a strike. And it's 0-1.
But with their league-leading .279 team batting average, their .425 on-base percentage, the 2 losses are from guys that they took with a 2-run margin.
Gets the bunt down the third baseline, charging Polito. He gloves it, and that's all he can do. A beautiful bump by the speedy Dane Simon. He legs out an infield single.
Really great work there. Dane Simon, not somebody we see often at the top of the lineup, but starting to show off his stuff defensively. I think Nochi may have noticed that and brought him up a few pegs in that order. It worked out here so far.
Brings up the switch hitting Juan Francis, batting from the left side against the righty. Simon takes off on the first pitch. It's outside, and no throw from Hendricks after a great jump. So using his speed on the bunt, didn't have a throw because his speed beat it out, and now on the stolen base, no throw warranted.
So far, hitting the ground running, not even allowing us to really talk about this offense. They're really just showing it right now.
Next pitch is lined into left field, down for a base hit. Pacheco gloves it. Simon's coming around third. The throw is offline and cut off. Simon scores. Into second on the throw goes Francis. RBI single, and we're tied at 1 in the bottom of the first.
Really great work there. Just pedaled to the metal against Huang Po-Hsien, who really needs a pick-me-up after his last game is lost to the Grizzly. We saw the Grizzly earlier today lose their 3rd in a row. But right now, a jam to get out of with nobody out.
Runner at second and the dangerous Sam Ruda. First pitch home is in for a strike, 0-1. That game you mentioned, January 30th at the Grizzly, it was a 10-3 loss for the Power. Po-Hsien went 2 innings, allowed just 2 hits, but 4 runs, 3 of them earned. As Ruda hits one high in the air towards center field, Maben drifting back a few steps, and he makes the catch, taking up from second and heading down to third safely is Juan Francis. The dangerous Ruda retired for out number 1, but there's a runner at third for Jed Downham.
Just absolutely nonstop on these 1-pitch counts. That's only 6 pitches already for Po-Hsien, and he's allowed 2 hits in this game and a run on his accord.
A guy who has struggled a little bit with control at times. That game against the Grizzly, 1 strikeout to 4 walks. So he misses outside for ball 1 to Downham. He's a guy who's not going to overpower many hitters. He's not necessarily looking for the strikeout. He wants the weak contact. Runner at third base is Francis. The 1-0. Called a strike at the knees, 1-1.
Yeah, like he said, he's not really a velo guy, but he's going to use everything in his arsenal to try and induce a ground ball. Trust his great defense to make plays for him.
The 1-1. Fouled back over the screen. It's 1-2. Jed Downham, the Indiana native out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Went to school out there as well in Anderson, Indiana, Anderson University. Left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. The 1-2 is popped up left side in foul grounds, ranging over Polito. It bounces in play, but out of the reach of Polito, harmlessly foul.
Fort Wayne, Indiana, I believe that's where the Tin Caps are.
It is.
Padres affiliate. They got one of the cooler MILB logos, the apple with a, I think it's a pan on top of it. I'm sure he's familiar with it. Downham is.
The 1-2 to Downham is fouled straight back. It's always fun seeing all the minor league teams. They come up with some great logos, great team names even. You get some interesting ones in minor league baseball.
And the alternate identities as well.
It's a 1-1 ball game here. Bottom of the first, runner at third, 1 out, and a 1-2 pitch outside. 2-2 on Jed Downham.
Downham a good 3 for 15.
The 2-2. Bender stays outside. It's 3-2.
He spent some time with some other organizations in this league, but I think he's kind of settled with the A's at this point from here on out.
Yeah, early, especially early in the season, catching depth, a lot of catchers rotating around. The 3-2 misses low and away for ball 4. A good battle by Jed Downham. The 8-pitch at-bat ends with a walk.
That's really huge, too, because you're down 1-2. You're fighting off these pitches. You're trying to find something, and then you just let the pitcher give up a walk, give up those mistakes. He stayed patient, and now he's aboard.
They're at the corners with 1 away for Tyler Fogue. 1-1 ball game, bottom of the first inning. Pochien kicks and fires home. Big swing and a miss from Fogue. It's 0-1.
Izquierdo, while he was up here, was talking about Tyler Fogue, how the team has kind of really picked him up as he's kind of had a sour couple days. He fouls that one back. It's an 0-2 count, but he does lead the league in strikeouts. That is just a fact. 13 strikeouts in 24 at-bats, that's never a good thing. However, he has had his moments. He's picked himself up with that walk-off just on Wednesday.
So he fouls one off to the left side, and it gets out of play. Yeah, that being over the Blue Sox, a big comeback win in the A's last game. 8-7 victory, and Fogue was the hero with the walk-off single.
But otherwise, a great defensive player.
The 0-2 to him is ripped into center field. Going back is Maben, still going near the track. He leaps and makes the catch. Beautiful catch. Coming in to score is Francis. It's a loud sacrifice fly for Tyler Fogue. Put a great swing on it and a nice play in center by Maben to record the second out, but the A's take a 2-1 lead.
95 off the bat off of a 66-mile-per-hour breaking ball there. That's just straight power, straight bat speed. Got some great contact on it. That's a good out there for Tyler Fogue.
Yeah, and on an 0-2 count as well, you mentioned the strikeouts have really racked up on him. Great job with 2 strikes, finding a pitch and really squaring it up. Nice catch by Maben. He was on the run near the warning track when he leapt up and made the grab. Now pickoff attempt over to first. Back in with a slide, a headfirst dive is Jed Downham. Runner at first, 2 outs, 2-1 A's as this is skied into right field off the bat of Jackson. Ranging over and unable to make the grab is Wu. In fair grounds, it fell just inside the foul line down the right field line. Reached out, just couldn't make the grab. See how they score it.
That should
Could be a hit. Yeah, there was a long way to go for the second baseman, Wu, out in shallow right field. And on the play, advancing to third is Downham. They're now at the corners, give an RBI, or no RBI, give a single, rather, to Deontay Jackson. It brings up Matthew Warren.
Now Jackson with a 3-game hitting streak after sitting under 100 for most of the season.
First pitch outside to Matthew Warren, ball 1.
Jackson's really been picking himself up after Nochi's been giving him some more opportunities, some more starts. He's starting to see that hustle, that drive. Now we'll see what Jackson can do on the base paths.
Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Jackson takes off. The throw down, the pitch was a strike, and now coming home on the play is Downham. He's in safely. Safe at second, Jackson. Downham with the double steal. The ball got away from Hendricks on the throw back. I don't think it mattered, as Downham had a good break on it, and he scores. It's 3-1 A's.
Really good execution. We've been seeing a lot of first and third steals, and typically you're taught as a catcher to just eat it, to avoid the runner from third coming home. They're trying some things out, and it hasn't really been working.
The 1-1 is outside, 2-1 on Matthew Warren. Yeah, it's always dangerous when you throw down, especially if there's speed at third base. Downham not necessarily a burner, so maybe they thought they had a chance with the catcher running at third, but he broke for the plate and ends up scoring as this goes up the middle. It's a base hit for Warren. Jackson's around third. The throw to the plate is up the line. He scores, now throw into second, not in time. RBI single, Matthew Warren. It's 4-1.
They're really just piecing it together right now, the way that we know this A's lineup can. And just what an amazing show. And right now for Po Sheehan, he's just really been sitting on that second out, trying to get that final out. He's facing these last 2 guys. Maybe he can get it here.
The 8-hitter Jorge Colon digs in. Righty to righty, runner at second. The first pitch down the middle for strike 1. Dangerous A's lineup. Not much of a break if you're a starting pitcher.
It kind of cools off with these last 2. They've been struggling at the plate.
The 0-1 off speed and a big hack and a miss. It's quickly 0-2.
Jorge Colon 5 for 24 coming into this at-bat. He did break a 6-game hitless streak, however, on Wednesday against Blue Sox.
The 0-2, another bender. That one did not come back. Now 1-2. Powers scored 1 in the top half of the first. Now a 4 spot by the A's in the bottom. It's a 4-1 Canada lead. And a 1-2 pitch to Colon outside.
He still finds ways of getting on base, however. 4 walks and 4 stolen bases. He can be efficient when he gets on base.
The 2-2. Popped up high in the air, left side of the infield. Taylor, the shortstop, underneath it. And he makes the grab to end the inning. But 4 runs come across for the A's. They lead 4-1 as we move to the second on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet, discovering our history, experiencing our scenic trails, getting that perfect souvenir. Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Top of the second inning, Brandon Januska along with Joey Miller, and it's a 4-1 A's lead over the Power. An A's team that has had to come back a lot recently in their recent games. A lot of close games played. 5 of their last 6 have been decided by just 1 run. They're 4-1 in those games, but they have a 3-run lead here. It's Izquierdo out for his second inning of work. His first pitch home, a fastball strike to Francisco Pulido.
Just a perfect first inning if you're Izquierdo. Obviously not perfect because there was a run that came across, but for your offense to immediately back you up, that's got to be a good feeling.
Another fastball right down the heart of the plate. It's 0-2 on Pulido.
He got here early. He knew that he was starting. He was getting ready for this appearance. Now let's see if he can go length.
The 0-2. Hit on the ground, left side. Colon, the shortstop, has it and throws over to first. Nice stretch by Tyler Fogue. Kept his foot on the bag. The throw was up the line a little bit toward home plate. Fogue stretched out, made the grab, and that's out number 1.
Nice routine play there. Keeping things routine is important. And getting on top of those ground balls just as much, and Colon has been a premier shortstop because of those routine plays that he can make.
Brings up Tristan Pacheco. First pitch to him is up high for ball 1. Pacheco's a guy who puts the ball in play.
Oh, no question about it. He's been kind of a scrappy player that we've seen so far. 6 for 25 on the season.
Pitch downstairs, 2-0, hitting .240 on the year. He finds ways to get on base.
Sure did yesterday, 2 for 2 with a walk.
Yeah, coming off one of his best games this season as he lines this one back toward the middle, but he'll hang up for the center fielder Warren on the line drive. There's 2 away. Base is empty, 2 outs, top of the second inning, 4-1 A's lead. Kai Seong Chen, the right fielder, digs in. Izquierdo's pitch. In the air, right side, drifting foul and out of the reach of Tyler Fogue, who was giving chase. 0-1.
Haven't seen this guy since last Tuesday. He played against the Chill, went 0 for 1. Has yet to get his first hit of the season in 4 official at-bats. Only 2 strikeouts in those as well.
Trying to do something with 2 outs. Base is empty. The 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground left side. The shortstop Colon once again scoops and throws. This one is offline. Once again, up the first base line toward home plate, and it pulled Fogue off the base. Chen reaches on an error by the shortstop Colon, and it'll bring up the 9-hitter Wen Hung Woo.
Yeah, that wasn't even that bad of a throw, honestly, but it was just far enough offline to allow a runner to reach first base with 2 outs here.
Chen takes a short lead. The pitch home. Another bouncer to the left side. This one's Ruda, the third baseman, who has it and goes to second for the short toss, and that'll end the inning. Power leave 1. They don't score. We head to the bottom of the second. 4-1 A's lead on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the second inning, 4-1 A's lead. They'll try to add on as they send up the 9-1-2 hitters against Huang Po-Xian. Moeller, Simon, and Francis coming up. They sent 8 to the plate in the first inning, plating 4. First pitch misses low and away, ball 1 to Moeller, the designated hitter.
We've seen Moeller assume a lot of spots in the lineup. Now he finds himself in the 9 spot, but he's still a very solid hitter, 8 for 25.
Pitch misses outside, 2-0. 0 for 5 in the season series against the Palm Springs Power. This is game number 3 between the two teams.
Also all 5 on strikeouts as well.
So he puts this one in play and bounces it by Wu, the second baseman, into right field for a base hit. Squared that one up and bounced it right by the second baseman. A leadoff single for Moeller brings back the top of the order for Dean Simon.
Back-to-back innings, back-to-back leadoff singles. And Po-Xian just trying to get that first out within the first 2 guys.
Dane Simon reached on a bunt single. He bunted a beauty down the third base line and just legged it out without a throw, as now there's a throw over to first. Moeller back in with a head-first dive. First pitch to Simon, check swing. And did he go around? No, he held up on the appeal down to first for ball 1. 4-1 A's, bottom of the second inning. Runner at first and Moeller. The 1-0 pitch home. That's ripped down the left field line, but foul. It's 1-1.
Just trying to piece together contact. Timing it up with Huang Po-Xian. He's got a lot of downward movement on his pitches where he sits in the zone. You kind of want to sit in the middle of the box.
Another throw over to first. Chases Moeller back.
Because as we've mentioned, he's not a velo guy. You got to time it up right. And, as long as he's hitting the zone, you can poke it somewhere. You just got to wait for that pitch.
The 1-1 is ripped foul down the third base line. It's 1-2. Dane Simon played 5 seasons with Nicholls State, D1 school out in Louisiana.
I've known about Nicholls State for a while. I never knew it was in Louisiana.
I had not heard of it before doing the research on Dane Simon. It's the 1-2. Lifted in the air, right field. Coming in is Chen, still coming. Going back out and off the glove of Wu, the second baseman. It drops in. Advancing to second safely is Moeller. They're at first and second with nobody out. And that'll be an error on the second baseman, Wu. A tough play. But there's 2 on now with no outs.
Yeah, tough play, but you got to make that, especially when it finds the glove or that much of the glove. And again, a tough break for Po-Xian, who finds himself with another runner in scoring position in already what's a 4-1 ball game.
Juan Francis takes outside for ball 1. He knocked in Dane Simon back in the first inning, an RBI single. 1-0 count, 4-1 A's. They have 2 on, nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. Po-Xian's pitch, way outside, 2-0.
Almost got away from Hendricks there, but didn't get far enough away. Good reaction there by the middle infielders, Taylor and Wu, just in case.
This is hit through the left side for a base hit. Stopping at third, Moeller. Everybody goes 90 feet. and the bases are loaded with nobody out for the most dangerous hitter on the team, one of the most dangerous hitters in the league, in Sam Ruda.
Just a terrible position to be in right now. You don't want to hang anything to Sam Ruda. You don't want to even be anywhere near his zone. I hesitate to say to even walk him. Obviously, it's bases loaded. You can't do that. But with the breeze now pushing towards left field, that might help him a little bit.
He did retire Ruda in the first inning. He flew out to center. First pitch misses outside for ball one. Sam Ruda holds multiple records at West Point with the Army Black Knights, including for home runs. He hit 40 of them in his career. So he rips this one down the right field line. Fair ball. This could clear the bases into the corner. Chen picks it up. Round second, and holding there is Ruda. It's a bases clearing double, and it's 7-1. A's on top.
What a huge punch in the gut right there. Just found himself a nice 73-mile-per-hour meatball that he did, in fact, hang. Got it off the bat in 98 and just sent it down the line. I'm surprised he wasn't seeing three, but he showed mercy by holding up at second.
Yeah, there would have been a play most likely. It would have been close at third if he wanted to test it. Holds up with a 3-run double. It's a 6-run ball game, 7-1. A's on top. We're in the bottom of the second inning, and there's still nobody out in the frame for Jed Downham. Fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. Downham worked a nice at-bat. Or I should say plate appearance. It wasn't an official at-bat as he ended up drawing a walk in an 8-pitch battle.
And it started with a 1-2 count that he battled off a couple pitches and then just waited back. He saw that he was reaching out and that he didn't need to. That's what got him on base.
The 0-1 misses downstairs, 1-1 on the A's catcher. Pochien just trying to get through this. Nobody out in the inning, runner at second. 7 runs have scored in this game as this is high and deep to right field, but tailing foul and out of play. Downham a bit in front of that one, but he hit it hard.
Hit it hard. Didn't necessarily have the distance, but the launch angle there made it look like he was sending it into orbit.
It's now a 1-2 count on the A's catcher. The pitch fouled back, and the count holds. Power struck first in this ball game, which is something the A's typically do. A's have scored first in 9 of 11, now 9 of 12 games. They're 8-1 in those contests. So the 1-2 is fouled off to the left, and the battle continues.
Little deja vu here. It's 1-2. He's fouled it off a couple times, just like his first at-bat. I guess if the trend continues, Pochien's going to try and miss. It's whether or not Jed Downham wants to swing at any of these is the question here.
Downham, the left-handed hitting catcher, looks on for the pitch from the right-handed hurler, and it's outside, 2-2.
Also at first base, as the first base coach, is Chet Robinson, who started in the last Canada A's game, but he's been their good luck charm.
He pops one up behind home plate. Will it get out of play? Yes, it will. Hendricks, the catcher, giving it a look, but it remains 2-2.
I don't know if you saw that. Matthew Warren was running into the dugout. He was the only one that was kind of trying to take cover there, as it looked like it might have landed in the dugout. It landed right behind the net, however.
So it's now a 2-2 count on Jed Downham. Another long plate appearance. So he fouls another one back. That was pitch number 8. Pitch number 9 set to come. Sam Ruda's the runner at second base after he cleared the bases with a 3-run double. It's 7-1 A's. Bottom of the second inning. Huang Po-Chien in a 2-2 count. The pitch home, fouled back. And we'll see double digits in this at-bat. Downham's a guy who really works the count and finds ways to get on base. He's only struck out 4 times this season. He's walked 4 times. He's been hit 3 times. So great on base percentage despite a 200 batting average as he takes low and away. It's 3-2.
And what he's been doing in this at-bat is just trying to put a little piece onto it until he finds his pitch. You know, not trying to do too much, just trying to get enough contact to send it where he knows he won't get out.
The payoff pitch is fouled back and out of play. And we continue.
Crowd starting to take notice of how long this at-bat has gone, working up the pitch count of Huang Po-Chien, who already pitched 28 pitches to get out of the first.
Pitch number 12, another payoff pitch, is grounded foul down the first base line.
Running out of room in my book right now for all these foul balls.
Jed Downham, I mentioned, hitting just 200 on the season, but with all the walks and the hit by pitches, he has a .455 on base percentage. So he pops this one up. This one should be playable. On the infield, the pitcher, Po-Chien, takes it himself and makes the grab to finally end the threat. Great battle by Jed Downham, but Po-Chien wins this one. That's the first out of the inning.
I bet he's really glad that he was the one that won that battle. He needs a win right now for what has been a big, booming offense showing from the Canada A's.
That was 13 pitches that Jed Downham saw, ending with the pop out on the infield to the pitcher as Tyler Fogue takes ball 1. Fogue crushed a ball to center field, ended up with a sacrifice fly, got an RBI for his efforts. So he hits this one in the air, high in the air, left side, foul grounds ranging over the third baseman. Polito slides but can't make the play. It's 1-1.
First time we're seeing Polito at third base for a while. It's typically been Loewengaard holding down the fort at the hot corner.
Letting Loewengaard rest a little bit on
Gets
the
half day
defensive
off.
side.
Yeah. I think he's earned it at this point with all the hits that he's racked up.
The 1-1 to Fogue is outside, 2-1.
I chatted with Loewengaard on the broadcast a couple days ago about his success in this league so far, and it's been pretty similar. You know, just trying to find his spot at the top of that lineup.
2-1 is fouled back and out of play, 2-2. He's done a nice job, primarily the leadoff man for the Power. That's where he finds himself today, serving as the designated hitter. He and the offense of the Power are going to have to come to life in this one. 7-1 A's. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 1 out, runner at second, and a pitch outside. Now a full count on Tyler Fogue. Power have been known to have some big innings in these matchups against the A's. Prior to the 1-run inning today in the first, is a swing and a miss from Fogue. There's the second out. And I'll bring up Deontay Jackson.
That was the 28th pitch of this inning alone, matching the first inning where he faced off against 8 of the 9 in the starting lineup.
See how long of a leash he has with manager Stan Clyburn.
This will be his 7th batter faced this inning, almost all the way through the lineup twice, just 2 innings.
Deontay Jackson singled and scored his first time up. He fouls a pitch off at the plate. 0-1. Sam Ruda still the runner at second after he cleared the bases with a 3-run double. 7-1 A's lead, bottom of the second inning. Started to say the Power known for some big innings. They've had 3 4-run innings in their previous matchups against the A's. This one's hit back toward the pitcher off Pochien. He recovers and throws to first. Offline, it gets away from Andres. Ruda will come in to score on the error, and it's 8-1.
That's a tough break right there, especially since you're the pitcher. You're the one responsible for getting out of a jam, and you get one right back up to you. It seems like the light at the end of the tunnel. But then throwing that one away is Pochien. He gets his own error. Yeah, and another run comes across.
Seemed to panic a little bit after he misplayed it coming back to him. A bit of a bobble. Now a throw over to first. Jackson's in standing up. But that bobble messes with your internal clock on how much time you have, especially as a pitcher. And the throw just offline pulled Andres away. His first pitch home is called strike one on Matthew Warren, the 8th man up in this inning.
I mean, that's really a testament to this offense to get Matthew Warren in the 7 spot and the 8th guy up in this second inning. Still a power threat, though.
The 0-1 called, a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-2. Cracked an RBI single his first time. 8-1, A's on top. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 4 runs in each of the first 2 frames for the A's. As the 0-2 is downstairs, it's 1-2.
Warren will be one to stay patient at the plate. He's got 12 walks on the season. He leads the league in that.
Swing and a miss here as he goes down on strikes, but damage done. Another 4 spot for the A's. They lead 8-1 as we head to the 3rd on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection, and an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
On to the 3rd inning, the A's with an 8-1 lead over the Power. Izquierdo on for his 3rd inning of work against the top of the Power order. Pitch low and away to the leadoff man, Asaf Loengart. Loengart was hit by a pitch to lead off this ball game. It came on a 1-2 offering from Izquierdo. The 1-0 pitch. Low and away, it's 2-0. Loengart, first among qualified hitters on the team in batting average, but he won't get the chance as another one comes inside, and it's the 2nd time today that Loengart has been hit by a pitch.
Listen, if you're the leadoff man, your job is to get on first base, and he's been doing a fantastic job getting the ball to hit the bat, but hey, if it can hit your back as well and you get on base, all the more to you.
This is the second time this season he's been hit by 4 pitches now total, and both of them have come 2 in the same game when he's been hit as a pitch in for a strike. 0-1 on Tyler Hendricks.
So perhaps he anticipated that then.
He takes his lead off first, being held on by Fogue. Modest lead over at first base. It's the 0-1 pitch. Popped up high in the air on the infield. Izquierdo back, a collection of infielders, all of them in the area. And it's Fogue, the first baseman, who comes away with it. There were 5 guys. It looked like just a huddle right behind the mound on the third base side. And the first baseman, Fogue, makes the catch.
Yeah, good job not to get phased by all the surrounding bodies that I'm sure that he was seeing around him in his peripherals there. Good collection there by Fogue.
Brings up Alex Andres, runner at first, 1 out, and a first pitch strike, 0-1. 8-1, A's on top of the third inning. Izquierdo peeks back at first base. Now looks in, and the 0-1. Lifted in the air, right field, left field, crashing in is Francis. And he makes the grab just above the turf. About a shoestring catch coming in for out number 2.
When you got a center fielder playing left field, you're going to be lucky when you got those breaks in. He can play back and successfully get to balls like that. Good work by Francis.
2 outs, runner at first, and it brings up John Taylor. Struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. First pitch home is called a strike. It's 0-1. John Taylor playing in his 3rd game of the season, including that strikeout earlier today. He's 3 for 6 on the year.
Just a huge addition for this roster.
The 0-1 skips in, and down to second goes Loengart. Kicked away from Downham.
But I think John Taylor is one of the early standouts of the Session 2 guys. I think the Power know what they have. Stan Kleburn knows what he has in this guy.
Pitch in for a strike. 1-2.
It's all about how you utilize him in tandem with, the Ossoff Lowengarts, the Francisco Politos, and just finding ways of getting hits throughout your lineup. You can't just go a lineup with 2 good hitters and not expect much from the other 7.
1-2 breaking ball stays outside on the left-handed hitting Taylor. It's 2-2.
And then on the other side of things, when those 2 don't have a good game, who do you have to hang your hat on against a team like the Canada A's, who have just been working great innings so far?
Izquierdo's 2-2. Low and in, blocked nicely by Downham, and the count runs full. Yeah, you have to have some help, some support elsewhere in the lineup. Otherwise, teams can just pitch around some of those stars. Taylor brings a powerful bat to this Power lineup. The 3-2. Breaking ball just misses outside for ball 4. 2-out walk puts runners at first and second with 2 outs for Jacob Maben.
I think that's what Izquierdo was obviously working against. He said in our interview today that he was trying to avoid long counts. That was really, frankly, one of the only counts that got to 3 balls all game today. So far he's been doing all right.
Misses on a first pitch to Jacob Maben, low and away.
But other than that, he's been doing all right, getting ahead of counts and getting out of innings unscathed.
Especially when you have a big lead, it allows you to relax a little bit and just throw strikes. The last thing you want are free passes, as this is lifted in the air towards center. Should be playable for Warren, who ranges over to his left a few steps and makes the catch to end the inning. Power don't score. They leave 2, as it's an 8-1 A's lead heading to the bottom of the 3rd on your California Winter League YouTube channel. Bottom of the third inning, 8-1 A's on top. Huang Po-Hsien back out there for a third inning of work. He's at 65 pitches so far in this one. A's have scored 4 in each of the first 2 innings as he gets a swing and a miss on a breaking ball from Jorge Colon for strike 1.
And that's a stark contrast. On the other side of things, Izquierdo at 40 pitches now through 3 innings.
The 0-1 to Colon, hit on the ground left side, backhanded off the glove of Taylor and into left field. Give a base hit to Jorge Colon to start off the bottom of the third.
Well, that's a way to do things. Now back-to-back hits, back-to-back days with hits for Jorge Colon. He's starting to work his way back up in average.
Brings up Grayson Moeller, who singled and scored last inning in the second. 8-1 A's on top. Runner at first. And a pitch downstairs for ball 1 to Moeller.
Still relatively cloudy, but that sun can still get in the way of things if it's popped up.
1-0 misses low, 2-0. Beautiful day at Palm Springs Stadium, bright and sunny. You mentioned the clouds in the area as well. The sun peeking through right now. The 2-0 is lifted high in the air, right side of the infield. Wu, the second baseman, underneath, and makes the collection for out.
At least one of the 2 first batters he's faced in an inning out. I know that's some mental gymnastics there of how I said that, but still 3 straight innings with a leadoff single, and Po-Hsien just trying to work a quick inning for the first time.
Dane Simon, the man at the plate, the leadoff man, 1 for 2 as he takes inside for ball 1. Singled and scored in the first, reached on an error by the second baseman Wu in the second and came around to score. Po-Hsien's 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air towards center. Mabin going back, now slows down and makes the grab. About 10 feet shy of the warning track, just to the right of straightaway center for out number 2. 2 outs, brings up Juan Francis. Colon, the runner at first. After a leadoff single, he's still there. 8-1, A's on top, bottom of the third inning. Righty to lefty. First pitch to Francis. Swing and a miss from the switch hitter, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. He's scored twice.
And eager to get a third as he was really out in front of that one. You saw him off on his front foot there, almost off balance.
The 0-1 misses low. Counts even. Po-Hsien takes a look back at first base. Still no action in either bullpen as a throw over to first now. Chases Colon back. Po-Hsien looking for his first scoreless inning of the outing. There's 2 outs, a runner at first, and a 1-1 to Francis. Hit in the air, line drive, caught by Taylor, the shortstop. To end the inning, A's put a runner on with the leadoff single. They don't score. It's 8-1 A's as we head to the 4th on your California Winter League YouTube channel. We're on to the fourth inning from Palm Springs Stadium, where the Canada A's hold an 8-1 lead over the Palm Springs Power. I'm Brandon Januska along with Joey Miller. As we saw the first 1-2-3, or rather scoreless, there was a leadoff single inning from Huang Po-Hsien.
Sure felt like a 1-2-3 for him. 10-pitch inning after 65 pitches in the first 2 innings. He's finally starting to collect himself, get outs, especially against Dane Simon and Juan Francis, the top of that lineup. But the more quick innings he can work, the more opportunities his offense can try and help him out, as he is still behind. His team is still behind by 7.
Chance to chip away in the top of the fourth against Alejandro Izquierdo. On for his 4th inning of work, making his first start of the Winter League season. He's done well so far. Just a first inning run given up, an RBI single by Alex Andres to score Asaf Loengart. As Polito rips the first pitch into center field, but it hangs up for Matthew Warren for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out, and it brings up Tristan Pacheco.
Good work there. Just a nice pitch that he kind of really challenged him with on a first pitch. It looked like a sinker almost. Some good vertical break. He got under it.
First pitch to Tristan Pacheco. Check swing. It's in for a strike. Pacheco hit a line drive to the center fielder Warren his first time up, but it held up for the out. It's this one high in the air towards center, shallow, and it's the second baseman Simon who calls everyone off and makes the grab a few steps back into the outfield grass, and there's quickly 2 away.
Really great work. Now 43 pitches and almost through 4 innings for Alejandro Izquierdo.
Just 3 pitches already in this 4th, and 2 outs for Kai Seong Chen. Reached on an error by Colon at short his first time. Looks at a strike, 0-1. 8-1. A's on top of the 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch in for strike 2. A's trying to jump Team China in the standings. China lost 6-5 to the Chill earlier today. They sit at 10-3. The A's are 9-2 entering this ball game. It's the 0-2 fouled straight back.
Kind of a late decision swing there by Chen. Lucky he got a piece of it. He rode high in the zone on the righty.
Stays alive, another 0-2 pitch. That's called strike 3. Got the lower outside corner to ring up Chen, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Izquierdo. Power don't score. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. A's with an 8-1 lead on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 8-1. A's on top of the Power. Huang Po-Hsien out for his 4th inning of work. He's coming off a scoreless 3rd inning. He'll look to continue that success as he takes on the heart of the A's order. 3, 4, 5. Ruda, Downham, and Fogue.
Yeah, you finally got a confidence booster in a 10-pitch inning. Yes, you did give up that leadoff single like you did in the past 2 innings, but you collected yourself quickly. Now, if you're Huang Po-Shin, you got to really lock in against Sam Ruda to kick things off here.
First pitch to the power lefty is called a strike on the outside edge. 0-1. Ruda flew out to center his first time, but his last time up really broke this game open. A bases clearing 3-run double. Made it a 7-1 game at the time as he rips this one down the right field line. It'll tail foul and out of play. 0-2. And it's 7-1 at the time. It's now 8-1 in the bottom of the fourth.
Again, just trying to time it up. We know what kind of hitter Sam Ruda can be. If he watches one into the zone, he'll straighten one out and get one over the fence.
Righty to lefty, the 0-2. Hit toward left field, tailing foul, and that'll get over the fence out of play. Po-Shin trying to eat innings for the Power, who do start to warm up a right-hander in the pen. The 0-2 lifted in the air, out of play to the left once again.
The guy in the pen appears to be a newer guy, Hen Xuan Yin. Actually, maybe not a newer guy.
A two-way player listed under the infielders on our roster. Right now it's Po-Shin, though. The 0-2. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Downham, or Hendricks rather, will have to throw down to first to complete the out. But that's a big first out, a strikeout of Sam Ruda.
Absolutely massive as finally Juan Po-Shin gets the first batter out. And a big one at that. He's finally escaped that. Obviously not out of the water yet, down by 7. You just got to get through this inning and, again, see what your offense can do for you.
Swing and a miss from Jed Downham. That was the 22nd pitch thrown to Jed Downham in this game in 3 plate appearances. He walked and scored in the first, popped out to the pitcher in a 13-pitch battle in the second. As he fouls this one back, it's 0-2.
Yeah, he's really seeing this pitcher well. It's just a matter of getting something going the other direction.
Another left-handed batter, the 0-2 pitch. That's ripped toward right field, and that'll get down for a base hit. And it gets by Chen. Off to second base goes Downham. The throw in, not in time. Give a single to Jed Downham and an error on Chen in right field, allowing him to go the extra 90 feet. He just overran it, it appeared. Ran up and looked in his glove. The ball wasn't there as he ran by.
That's a tough misplay there. And now for the Canada A's, that's their 9th hit of the game in just 4 innings.
Runner in scoring position with 1 out, and Tyler Fogue digging in. 0 for 1. He picked up an RBI on a sac fly to center in the first. He pops this one back and out of play for strike 1. Struck out on a full count his last time up in the second.
Saw that ball land near a fan who was using an umbrella today. It could have protected her. Might have ripped a hole in the umbrella, though.
Yeah, that's a risky move to try to keep that umbrella up against a baseball.
I'm not sure how much that's going to shield you from a baseball hurling down from the earth.
The 0-1 is lined foul to the left side into the A's bullpen. 0-2.
Appears to be not a serious bullpen yet. Alejandro Izquierdo is doing great work. But it's Donnie Goods right there getting warmed up.
The left-hander in the bullpen for the A's. The 0-2 pitch. That's lined and played off one hop by the second baseman Wu, who throws to first in time to retire Fogue. Down to third base goes Jed Downham. Soft liner that bounced in front of the second baseman for the out.
A smart play for Wu to kind of let it get into him, even though it was softly hit. There's the risk there, obviously, with Tyler Fogue being able to fly down the line. But a good result for Wu.
Brings up Deontay Jackson, runner at third, 2 outs, 8-1 A's lead. First pitch, seen all the way in and into the dirt for ball 1. Jackson singled and scored his first time. Reached on an error, throwing error by the pitcher Po Chien in the second. 8-1 A's over the Power. Bottom of the 4th inning. The 1-0 to Jackson. That's cranked into left center field for a base hit. Downham scores. RBI single Deontay Jackson, and it's a 9-1 ball game.
And with that, I think that's the first multi-hit day for Deontay Jackson in the California Winter League season. His bat just continues to heat up for the 33-year-old.
The former D1 football player at Oregon.
Who says football players can't transition to baseball?
That's right. Remember Bo Jackson? Maybe not remember, but know the name?
Yeah, of course. I'm obviously familiar with another one in Boulder.
There you go. The pitch outside. Ball 1 to Matthew Warren. It's a 9-1 ball game. A's on top. 1-0 swing and a miss. 1-1.
I'm, of course, referring to Deion Sanders, getting ready for another exciting season of college football. It seems like it's a bit of ways away. The impending football game that we know of, the big game coming up this Sunday.
Throw over to first, chases Deontay Jackson back, and yeah, once the Super Bowl ends, the Sanders family will be the talk of the town. Both Sanders brothers will be entering the NFL draft, hoping to get drafted. It's the 1-1 swing and a miss by Warren. It's 1-2.
I know there's been a lot of speculation as to who's the right fit for whom. Sanders potentially going to New York or Cleveland. I mean, where do you see this guy ending up?
Yeah, it's got to be one of those teams that need a quarterback, as the 1-2 is swung on and missed. For strike 3, I do expect him to be taken in those first couple of picks of the NFL draft. Well, that ends the 4th inning here from Palm Springs Stadium. A's add one more. They lead 9-1 on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Good things come in threes, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 1999s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Top of the 5th inning, Alejandro Izquierdo still on the mound for the A's. His team pegged to a 9-1 lead over the Power, who will send the 9-1 and 2 hitters up. For Izquierdo, came into today primarily a late inning reliever, a couple of saves on the season, 8 total innings pitched. He had never gone more than 2 in an outing his first 6 appearances, but working in his 5th inning here today.
Yeah, he's looked absolutely poised, ready for this moment. And we talked to him before the game. It seemed like he was ready to roll all of his success in relief into a starting role.
First pitch to Wen-Hung Wu is down low and away for ball 1.
And that's what makes this team so dangerous. He's not even, one of the well, he might be one of the best starters, but there are so many other options.
1-0 misses. Now 2 balls, no strikes.
I had to stop myself because I don't really know who is the ace of this team, and that's what makes this team so good.
Yeah, so many great quality pitchers on this A's roster. So the 2-0 is in there for a strike, 2-1. There's Donnie Goods, who we saw warming up and continuing to get loose in the bullpen. You have guys like Ethan Smith, who can dominate a opposing lineup anytime out. There's so many. As this is lined off the glove of the first baseman, Fogue. And safely into first is Wen-Hung Woo with a base hit. Fogue got his glove on it, slowed it down, so it died down once it hit the outfield grass. Simon, the second baseman, came over to pick it up, but no play to be made on Woo.
Only the second hit given up by Izquierdo today. Impressive that he's made it this far and kept these hitters guessing. Not really guessing, but providing all these non-fastballs that they're getting under and outs.
So we have a pinch hitter for Asaf Loengart. Jude Dresmecki will take this at bat as he looks at a strike, 0-1. Loengart, the designated hitter, was hit by a pitch in each of his first 2 times coming up. Hopefully he's okay and just coming out of the game to give him the rest of the day off. He did run for himself after both of them, as this is crushed to right field, but well foul. Off the bat of Dresmecki, it's 0-2.
Well, they're aiming for that right field wall there, and a lot of these guys have had the distance. We've seen a lot of long foul balls down the right field line. But what that says is that they're just pulling it a bit too much.
Dresmecki, the North Carolina native, swings and misses. That's out number 1 on the strikeout. Brings up Tyler Hendricks. 1 out, runner at first in Woo. 9-1, A's on top. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Hendricks 0 for 2 on the day. Both outs recorded by the first baseman, Fogue. 1 in foul grounds and 1 in fair territory. Actually on the left of second base behind the mound. On a pop-up as the pitch outside for ball 1. Hendricks out of Modesto, California. His mom has been to every game so far for the Power. Continue to do so. Got a chance to talk to her the other day. It's a pitch downstairs, 2-0.
Hendricks, a part of a tandem now that he's got some help with Nathaniel Lai, who we saw yesterday. He's always had a couple days off. I'm sure he's very thankful of being a catcher on a roster that has multiple catchers.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Just lets you rest the knees a little bit. It's a demanding job.
As opposed to someone like an Anthony Burgos, or earlier in the season it was Caden Chinchura before the Bombers found another one.
A lot of workhorses in this league at the catching position, and this one skies toward right field, shallow right field, and Dane Simon, the second baseman, goes out and makes the grab 20 feet into the grass.
But I guess on the counterpoint of that argument, you're here at the California Winter League. You know how short this season is. You want to get those reps, and the season ends in a couple weeks. You'll take the knee pain. You can recuperate before your next season starts around the corner.
Yeah, you want to show that you're able to catch multiple games, as that's what professional teams are looking for before they offer the contract. Runner takes off from first, the pitch down low, the throw into center field, but great backup by Warren. So stopping at second with the stolen base is Wen-Hung Woo. 2 outs, runner in scoring position, and a 1-0 count on Alex Andres. He drove in the lone power run, RBI single back in the first. Izquierdo sets chest high, looks back at second base, now delivers a 1-0, lifted foul off to the left, and back out of play. A's with 9 runs on 10 hits. They've allowed 1 error. For the Power, 1 run on 2 hits. They've committed 3 errors. 9-1 ball game, top of the 5th inning. Runner at second, 2 outs, the 1-1. Lifted foul off to the left, and it's 1-2.
Right now, Izquierdo wants to end it now. He does not want to face John Taylor, even though he doesn't have a hit today. I'd say he's just about due. One of the better hitters in the middle of this lineup.
0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk today is Taylor, but powerful bat in the on-deck circle as the pitch misses outside. It's 2-2 on Alex Andres. Andres went to Edmonton College, played for the Hawks, and then Arizona Christian University, the Alberta, Canada native. Left-handed batter, the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside edge. And that'll end the inning. Power leave a runner in scoring position. They don't score. It's 9-1 A's as we move to the bottom of 5 on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Bottom of the 5th inning, A's with a 9-1 lead and a new pitcher on the mound for the Palm Springs Power. That's Heng Swan Yen coming on for Huang Po Xian. Po Xian went 4 innings, allowing 9 runs, 7 earned on 10 hits, 4 strikeouts to 1 walk. He's in line for the loss right now unless the Power can manage a big comeback, trailing by 8. Now it's Heng Swan Yen, right-handed thrower, on to face the 8-9-1 hitters of the A's.
Yeah, and for Yen, he's been known more for his bat than his pitching, but he has been around for both sessions. And in terms of pitching, he's only made 1 other appearance, that being against the Grizzly on January 30th. He got out of an inning, two innings pitched. Actually, sorry, he started an inning and couldn't get out of it. I should amend my statement there. He allowed 4 runs, all earned on 4 hits to the Grizzly. 2 walks, faced 8 batters. He'll hope for a better result here.
Yeah, it was a tough game, a 10-3 loss for the Power against the Grizzly. Looking to bounce back, just his 2nd appearance, as you said. So he takes on Cologne, Moeller, and Simon for the A's. Cologne 1 for 2, popped out to short and singled against Po Xian. First pitch from Yen is in for a strike. It's 0-1. 9-1, A's on top. The Power struck first with a run in the top of the first, but then 4 runs in the first for the A's and then 4 more in the second. They added 1 more in the 4th to get that 9 spot as a called strike 2 on the outer half makes it 0-2 on Jorge Colon.
It's looking like things are starting to get a bit more serious in the bullpen for Donnie Goods after 5 innings of work for Alejandro Izquierdo.
The 0-2 misses low and away. 1-2 now on the A's shortstop.
However, it might not mean anything. We've seen a few pitchers go the distance into the 7th, especially if they keep their pitch count down, which Alejandro Izquierdo certainly has.
1-2, lifted in the air, pretty well hit, left center field. Going back, Pacheco, it's over his head, and one hops into the wall. Colon is into second, standing up. He'll settle for a leadoff double to begin the bottom of the 5th inning.
Just leadoff hits after leadoff hits in these 5 innings. It's been 4 of them that they've been able to get that leadoff hit. This being the first extra base hit to start off an inning and getting a runner in scoring position immediately, trying to get double digits. The Canada A's are just about a hit or a hit or two away.
Colon in scoring position for Grayson Moeller, the left-handed hitting designated hitter, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Yan wants the signs again from his catcher Hendricks. Now he has it, looks back, and fires home. Low and away for ball 1. Colon with his second hit of the day after that double that he ripped into left field. It just one hopped into the wall. It landed right in front of the track and then hopped into the wall just to the right of left center field. Pitch misses. It's 2-0 on Grayson Moeller. The 2-0. Popped high in the air behind second base. Racing in is Maben, the center fielder. Calls off Taylor, the shortstop, and makes the grab for the first out.
Nice play there. There was a bit of a shift applied towards the pole side. Didn't need it, though, as he just got under that one.
Back to the top of the order, and Dane Simon. He scored a pair of runs for the A's, who lead 9-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Simon a single and a run in the first, reaching on an error and scored in the second. He flew out to center his last time as he rips this one into right field. First pitch swinging, it's a base hit, rounding third, coming home is Colon. He'll score with an RBI single for Dane Simon. Now a 10-1 A's lead over the Power.
Just never giving up. Methodical approach to just keep runs coming across for the Canada A's. They only have one of their 5 innings of work so far without a run coming across.
Brings up Juan Francis, who already has 2 hits today. 2 for 3 against the starter Pochien as he rips the first pitch into center field. Maben coming in. It'll hang up for him as he makes the grab, and that's the second out of the inning. Attacking the first pitch, often against Hang Chuan Yen. Now it's time for Sam Ruda. 1 for 3 with a 3-run double. Runner at first, and Dane Simon, great speed at first base. A powerful lefty takes outside for ball 1. Long look. Now a 1-0 pitch. That is crushed foul off to the right. Ruda has really been pulling the ball so far today. He's been out in front of a couple of hard hit foul balls.
Yeah, and again, just getting under it. A lot of vertical movement on these 68-mile-per-hour pitches from Yen. And Ruda is just trying to catch up with it.
The Army all-time career leader in home runs, total bases, RBI, games played, and games started. Fouls one back, it's 1-2. But also when he doesn't swing the bat, he's tied for first with 142 career walks. So a patient hitter and waits for his pitch, and when he gets it, more often than not, he'll crush it. Time called by Ruda at the plate.
Well, yes, patient, of course. He's got 11 walks. He's near the top of the leaderboard there. Where isn't this guy at the top of the leaderboard for? average hits, RBIs.
Throw over to first. Back in standing up is Dane Simon.
And what I find most impressive is that he tries to avoid striking out. Of course, he did once today. He's got 5 strikeouts now on the year in over 30 at-bats.
1-2. Misses outside. It's 2-2. All qualities of a great hitter. He's up to 15 runs driven in the Winter League with his 3-run double earlier today.
I mean, you put that in perspective. You're looking at this guy as a scout. This league is only maybe 2.5 weeks in. 15 RBIs in 2.5 weeks. Somebody sign this guy.
He hits this one on the ground up the middle and through the right side for a base hit. He's grounding first and aggressive go into second. He's in sliding. It's the throw just a little offline. Aggressive base running on a ball that wasn't very hard hit. And they're at second and third with 2 away for Jed Downham.
He just digs in. He sees 2 all the way, sometimes 3. An all-around hitter, Sam Ruda. It's going to be Matthew Ward stepping in now for Jed Downham.
So Downham gets the rest of the day off. The starting catcher who saw a ton of pitches against Huang Po-Chien. Continuing long at-bats and following things off. So now Ward gets his first opportunity today. 2 outs, second and third, and a 10-1 A's lead. As the first pitch misses inside.
We're also at the point of this game where you can start to put in your bench. Let them hit. Let them get opportunities that they came out here to Palm Springs for.
Yen wants to go through the signs again with his catcher Hendricks. Runners are at second and third, 2 outs. Now the 1-0 lifted in the air right field. Drifting back is Chen. Still ranging over near the foul line. He makes the grab in fair territory to end the inning. A's add 1 more on the RBI single by Dane Simon. It's 10-1. Canada A's on top of the Palm Springs Power. So we're on to the 6th on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection. In an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Top of the 6th inning, and Izquierdo out for his 6th inning of work. 63 pitches through the first 5. His team, the Canada A's, holding a 10-1 lead over the Palm Springs Power. Brandon Januska along with Joey Miller. This has been a great outing in his first start of the California Winter League for Alejandro Izquierdo.
Absolutely wonderful, and I think Nochi expected that of this guy. He's been such a reliable guy out of the pen. You give this kid an opportunity, you give this kid an inch, he'll go a mile, and his efficiency has just been off the charts, only allowing 2 hits through 5 innings. Such great work out of Alejandro Izquierdo today.
As he faces off against the left-handed hitting shortstop, John Taylor takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Taylor, Mabin, Polito up for the Power in the 6th. 10-1, A's on top. The 1-0 misses up and away, 2-0. Game 3 between these two teams here at Palm Springs Stadium. It's the 2-0. Fouled back. 2-1. Season series even at 1 apiece. A's with a comfortable 9-run lead as we enter the 6th inning of this 7-inning ball game. Bauer will need to start chipping away here. John Taylor, the 2-1 pitch. Called strike 2.
And you know what's really impressive here, Brandon? This is the 22nd batter that Alejandro Izquierdo has faced all game. Only once of those 22 batters have reached a 3-ball count.
That was John Taylor as he drew a walk. He skies this one high in the air left field. Francis, the left fielder, comes in and makes the grab. And that's out number 1. Brings up the center fielder, Jacob Mabin, 0 for 2. He's flown out to right and to center.
Hasn't seen a strike cross the plate yet today. Both of those at-bats on count ahead as a hitter.
So this one is called a strike, so it puts Mabin behind the count for the first time. Izquierdo kicks and fires the 0-1. Softly hit, right side, drifting and falling in front of the right fielder, Jackson, for a bloop single. 1 out, 1 on for Francisco Pulido. 10-1, A's on top.
How great it would be for him to just get a ground ball and get out of this inning. Keep things rolling for Izquierdo before things spiral. Obviously a safe lead with 9 runs on top of him. But you got to do what you got to do to get out of this game.
Runner at first. 1 away, and the first pitch home to Pulido. Misses low for ball 1. Pulido's 0 for 2. Ground out to short and a fly out to center. Mabin with a short lead off first, held down by Fogue. 1-0, hit on the ground left side. Ruda, the third baseman, goes to second for 1. On to first, it's an inning-ending double play. 5-4-3. As they go around the horn, it remains 10-1. A's over the Powers. We're on to the bottom of 6 on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Fogue, Jackson, and Warren due up for the A's against Hen Xuan Yen. After an inning-ending 5-4-3 double play, got Alejandro Izquierdo through his 6th inning of work. He's been phenomenal on the mound for the Canada A's, who may have just found themselves another dominant starter on an already lethal pitching staff.
And I'm sure everybody else in the league is shaking their head because they knew how great Alejandro Izquierdo is coming out of the pen. And now that Nochi's given him the option of starting, especially heading into the last week before playoffs, that's going to be dangerous. We already knew the Canada A's were dangerous. It's just another tool in their shed that they have now.
On the verge of becoming the first-place team in the league. looking to join China with 10 wins on the year. China lost earlier today to fall to 10-3. The A's, with just 2 losses so far, could move half a game ahead of Team China with a win here today. Pitch in for a strike on Tyler Fogue. Yen on for his second inning of work. He misses outside. 1-1 the count on Tyler Fogue, the left-handed hitting first baseman. Yen kicks and fires. Hit on the ground right side. Wu, the second baseman, has it and throws to first in time. Fogue's out number 1.
Tough day for Fogue again, 0 for 3. But he does have an RBI, so there's always a silver lining.
He hit a rocket off the bat for that 1 out to pick up the RBI, a sac fly to center, just shy of the track. That came way back in the first inning. Now it's Deontay Jackson. He's had a nice day at the plate, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. First pitch to him misses upstairs for ball 1. Jackson, a guy who always seems to swing hard. He makes good contact. He's been a little unlucky at times.
Well, I believe he's a conditioning coach now in his free time. So he's really in tune with his body and a very strong guy.
1-0 pops it high in the air, straight up in front of the pitching mound, and it goes off the glove of the pitcher, Yen, and falls. So reaching on the error will be Jackson. Another mistake by the power defense, and that's number 4 in the error category today.
And the second one from the pitching side of things, too. Tough break there for Pochien and Yen.
Yen called off his fellow teammates just to the third base side of the mound. High pop-up. He was there, just went off the glove. So now Matthew Warren comes up. Runner at first in Deontay Jackson, and a pitch outside for ball 1. 10-1, A's on top, bottom of 6. Yen looks over at first base. Jackson already with a stolen base on the day, as this is lined right back up the middle into center field for a base hit. Second knock of the day for Matthew Warren. He's 2 for 4 today with his second single.
Everybody getting hits today. 14 hits now. Just all across the board. It's been a great day for everybody's average.
The only one without a hit today is Tyler Fogue, but we mentioned he did pick up an RBI with a sacrifice fly in the first. Everybody producing. Jorge Colon digs in. He has 2 hits, a single and a double in 3 trips. First and second, 1 out, 10-1, A's on top. And the pitch home, up and in. Gets out of the way for ball 1.
It looked like that was an attempt at a breaking ball that just didn't break. It was cutting up and up and up. You weren't sure when it was going to drop, and it just never did. And I think for Colon, he saw something that was potentially going to fall. He got out of the way just in time. Hendricks has a word with him just to cool him off.
Before this 1-0 offering. Look back at second. Now back into his catcher, the 1-0. He bounces in and it gets by Hendricks. Both runners advance a station. They're at second and third. And it's a 2-0 count.
Yeah, it's tough to pick that one up. Keep it in front of you if you're Tyler Hendricks. Just got to keep going forward. But now the force out is out of the question for a double play, or at least the conventional way.
That pitch bounced good 3 or 4 feet in front of home plate and just up and over the catcher Hendricks. It's the 2-0. Called a strike on the outside edge. It's 2-1 on Colon.
I think if you want something here off of the bat of Cologne, you want something in the infield, obviously. There's no attempt to cut the run with this 9-run lead that the Canada A's have over the Power.
2-1 up and in. It's 3-1. The Power struck first in this ball game. They led 1-0 after the top of the first inning. The A's answered right back. 4 in the first, 4 more in the second, and then a run in the fourth and 1 more in the fifth. So pitch up and in for ball 4 to load the bases. And that accounts for the 10 runs. 10-1, A's on top. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bases loaded, only 1 out.
Something really impressive, though, is I think that's only the second walk issued all day from Power pitching, and it looks like they're going to find a new arm in Chen coming in from right field.
Yep, Stan Clyburn out to make the change. So we'll take a moment aside as it's a 10-1 ball game and a new arm on the mound now for the Power here on your California Winter League YouTube channel.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
New arm on the mound coming in from right field. Kai-Seong Chen swaps places with Henson Yen. So Yen is now in right field. Chen is the new arm on the mound for the Power, who trail the A's by a score of 10-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it's an unenviable situation to come into for Kai-Seong Chen, the new arm. Bases loaded, only 1 out. 9-hitter Grayson Moeller due up. Chen, a right-handed arm, will face off against the left-handed hitting A's designated hitter.
It's always tough when you kind of see them phoning it in. I don't want to say that because, baseball's a crazy sport. Anything can happen. We've seen some crazy stuff here, but just exchanging the right fielder. We'll see how he can fare in this tough situation. The Canada A's just looking to continue to attack.
Couple of two-way players in Chen and Yen. First pitch well outside for ball 1 to Grayson Moeller.
For Chen, it's his 3rd appearance. And his last appearance was against the Bombers just a couple days ago. He actually got the win.
The 1-0 misses low and in. 2-0. He's recorded over 3 outs in both of his appearances. 2 innings in his first outing, an inning and 2/3 his last time as he picked up that win against the Bombers. As he misses inside here, it's a 3-0 count with the bases loaded on Grayson Moeller. Dane Simon, the leadoff man, is on deck. 10-1, A's on top, bottom of the 6th inning. And the 3-0 pitch from Chen. Called a strike, it's 3-1. A little bit of baseball history for you for any of the Dodgers fans. Local area team for the majors. This day in 1958 is when the Dodgers officially became the Los Angeles Dodgers. Swing and a miss makes it 3-2. They officially became Los Angeles Dodgers Incorporated prior to their first season coming out to the West Coast after starting their franchise history out in Brooklyn. So 3-2 poked into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. couple of runs coming around as Pacheco gets the throw back into third. Goes Colon, stopping at second is Moeller. 2-run score on a 2-run double. It's 12-1 A's.
Another great piece of simple hitting of the hitting clinic that the Canada A's have just been known to do. And now it's a more than a double-digit lead. They can just keep adding and adding and adding. 2 more in scoring position for these guys and still 1 out.
Back to the top of the order, and Dane Simon. He's reached 3 times. 2 for 4 officially. He also reached on an error. RBI knock his last time up, has 2 in scoring position. This time as he shoots it back up the middle, that'll get down for a base hit. Coming in to score, Colon stopping at third, Moeller. They're at the corners. It's a 13-1 ball game.
Gotta love a 3-hit day for Dane Simon and 2 RBIs as well. Everybody's getting to work, especially at this top of the lineup.
And for the A's, 5 of their last 6 games had been decided by just 1 run. They must have been tired of all these close ball games. The offense has exploded here today. They lead by 12. Pitch misses for ball 1 to Juan Francis.
Yeah, the only 2 games that they've lost this season were a result of 2 or less runs. So when they can break things open, especially this late in the game, it's pretty much lights out for the other team.
The 1-0 downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes.
Also some implications with the Power, who had some positive momentum, are looking like they're going to continue to stay under 500.
Hit on the ground and through the right side into right field. Another run comes home. Going first to third is Dane Simon on the RBI single for Juan Francis. It's 14-1 A's. They just keep the line moving. They've scored in every inning but the third. That's the only scoreless inning put up by Power pitching. 14-1, A's on top. And a foul back off the bat of Sam Ruda. He's 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and 3 runs driven in. Runners at the corners and an 0-1 count.
Always wearing those bright yellow cleats. That's how you identify him typically without a jersey on.
The 0-1, big swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Still just 1 out in the inning. Runners at first and third. Simon over at third base. Francis at first. 4 runs have scored here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 14-1, A's on top. The 0-2 fouled off at the plate. Kae-Sung Chien, third pitcher of the ball game for the Power today. As the sign looks over at first. Another 0-2 outside.
It's just these great long counts that have really done damage on a lot of these pitchers' pitch counts today so far.
1-2 lifted in the air, left field. Going back Pacheco. He's underneath and has the grab for the out. Tagging and coming in to score is Dane Simon. That's the 15th run of this ball game for the Canada A's. They lead 15-1. Give the 4th RBI of the day to Sam Ruda.
If Sam Ruda is going to get out, he's going to add to one of his incredible stat lines, assuredly. And he does there.
9th man up in this inning, Matthew Ward. He takes low and away for ball 1. Ward entered the game in the 5th inning, pinch hitting for Jed Downham, who started the game behind the plate. Ward flew out to right his first time up. The 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Matthew Ward hitting .250 on the season as this throw gets all the way to the backstop. Moving over to second base is Juan Francis. Runner at second with 2 outs and a 3-0 count on Matthew Ward. 5 runs have scored here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A's on the cusp of their 10th win of the season. This pitch misses outside for ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk.
Second walk of the inning. Only the 3rd on the day.
Puts runners at first and second, and the 10th man up this inning, Tyler Fogue, who led off the inning. And actually, it'll be a pinch hitter for Fogue. His spot led off the inning. Fogue did, grounding out to second base, but he won't get another trip to the plate here today as Daisuke Fukuda will get a chance to hit. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch to Fukuda misses for ball 1. Fogue ends the day 0 for 3, but he did drive in a run on a sac fly back in the 1st. Pitch outside, 2-0. Fukuda struggling a bit at the plate this year, hitting .158, but he rips this one in the left field. Hangs up for Pacheco, who's underneath and makes the grab. Running in on the ball to end the inning. A's add 5 more. They lead by 14. 15-1 is your score on the California Winter League YouTube channel.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
We're on to the 7th inning. 14-run ball game. It's 15-1. A's on top of the power, and a new arm on the mound to get these final 3 outs is Donnie Goods.
Donnie Goods has been a reliable starter for the Canada A's, and typically it's Alejandro Izquierdo finishing off his work. Now it's reverse situation. Obviously no save situation here, but just 3 more outs can get out of what has been a fantastic game for Alejandro Izquierdo. Hats off to him. 6 innings of work, only 3 hits allowed and 1 run coming in on his account.
He's done a nice job today, on the verge of picking up a win for his efforts here today. That'd be his 2nd win of the season, moving him to 2-0. 15-1, A's on top. Tristan Pacheco will lead things off. It's Pacheco, Chen, and Wu due up here in the top of the 7th inning. And despite getting pinch hit for, Tyler Fogue still at first base defensively for the A's. They just wanted to give Fukuda a chance to hit in a 14-run ball game. Pitch misses. It's 2-0 on Pacheco. So defensively, the A's defense still the same as it was previously prior to this inning. Only change is on the mound where Donnie Goods has missed on 3 straight. It's 3-0 on Pacheco. Goods with a 3.81 ERA. 2 of his 4 appearances prior to this have been starts, as you mentioned. As he misses here outside, a 4-pitch walk to start the game. 11 innings thrown, 14 strikeouts against now 9 walks, including that one there to Pacheco.
Only the second walk issued to the Power today. The first one coming in the third. But otherwise, with 3 free bases, it's been a relatively clean game from the pitching side of things, as we just mentioned.
So it brings up Kai-Seong Chen, right fielder turned pitcher last inning. Takes down low for ball 1. 0-for-2 on the day, reached on an error, and struck out looking in his 2 appearances against Izquierdo. Runner at first and Pacheco, good speed. 1-0 from the lefty Goods. Low and in for ball 2. 6 straight misses to start the game for Goods. 15-1, A's on top. The 2-0. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Earlier today, the Chill beat Team China by a final score of 6-5. Dominic Bucco walking it off with an RBI double after China had a 4-0 lead in the second. This is bounced to the right side. Gloved by Simon, but no play to be made at first as Fogue, the first baseman, tried to glove the ball ranging towards second base. And nobody was able to get back to cover first, so it's an infield single for Chen. They're at first and second. First and second, nobody out for Wen Hung Woo.
That's also the first hit of the season for Chen. So good for him to get that across. Check that off his list.
He's at first, Pacheco at second. 15-1, A's on top. We're in the top of the 7th inning. 7-inning ball game. It's good, issues a strike at the knees to Woo. It's 0-1. Woo's 1-for-2 on the day, a single, and he hit into a 5-3 fielder's choice. First and second, nobody out, the 0-1. Outside. Looking ahead to tomorrow, the Power will take on Team China. Coming in at a 10-3 record will be China. That's the 12:30 game here at Palm Springs Stadium. It's the 1-1. Called strike 2.
Both will be looking for a bounce back after some positive momentum earlier this week, followed by a bad game or a bad inning, this, that, the other thing. In this case, it's just been bad all the way throughout, or rather more unfortunate.
The 1-2 misses downstairs and skips far enough away from Ward out in front of the plate for Pacheco to head down to third base. On the wild pitch. It's now a 2-2 count on Woo. For the A's, they take on the Alberta Grizzly. That's a backfield turf game at 9:30 a.m. Grizzly coming off a 2-1 loss in the early game here at the stadium against the Bombers. So tomorrow it's Power China at 12:30 here and A's Grizzly at 9:30 on the turf field. It's now full count in this one on Wen Hung Woo. First and third, nobody out, and the pitch misses for ball 4.
We really haven't seen misses like these in tandem. 2 batters of these 3 that Donnie Goods has faced have both gotten to a 3-ball count. And we talked a bit earlier about how that only happened once all day for Alejandro Izquierdo in his 6 innings of work. Trying not to let things slip too far. Obviously, a comfortable 14-run lead will do that.
First pitch strike into Jude Drzemecki. Bases loaded, nobody out. 15-1, A's on top. Drzemecki fouls it back It's 0-2. Power at this point just trying to get something to build some momentum and some positive that you can take into tomorrow. Down by 14, but a chance to put up some runs here in the 7th. The 0-2 inside, and it actually hit him. So give the RBI to Dresmecki on the hit by pitch. A run comes in as Pacheco scores. It's 15-2.
These Canada A's pitchers have really hated the leadoff spot today. Between the two pitchers, they've hit the two leadoff batters 3 times collectively, twice on Asaf Loengard.
So Dresmecki gets the free RBI. It brings up Tyler Hendricks. First pitch swing and a miss, 0-1.
First run by the Power scored since the first inning. It seems like it's been so long, because it really has.
The 0-1 in for strike 2. At the time, the Power had the lead. They struck first, led 1-0 after half an inning of play, but it's been all Canada A's ever since. 4 in each of the first 2 innings. Then 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 5 in the 6th. As this is a single into right field for Tyler Hendricks to drive in a run. RBI knock makes it 15-3, and they're still loaded with nobody out.
Well, better late than never, I suppose, but I think Nochi's going to have a very long leash for Goods here to get out of this inning.
15-3, A's on top. 2 runs have scored for the Power here in the 7th. Bases loaded, still nobody out. Alex Andres looks at a strike, 0-1. Andres drove in that first run for the Power back in the first inning. An RBI single to drive in Asaf Loengard, who, as you mentioned, was hit by a pitch. One of the 2 on the day. Andres fouls it back. It's 0-2.
3 straight 0-2 counts and 4 straight batters with a 2-strike count. Still looking for out number 1, Donnie Goods, trying to get it done.
Runner at every station. Nobody out. The 0-2, low and away, 1-2. For Goods, it's a different role. He's not used to coming into these situations, especially not with a lead like this. As I've said, the A's have relatively played tight games, especially of late. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. There's the first out. Andres is out number 1, and it brings up John Taylor.
Obviously not out of the woods yet. A power hitter with bases loaded and 1 out. You want to keep this game as far apart as possible for the great work that Izquierdo has provided you.
It's a 12-run A's lead as this pitch gets all the way to the backstop. The pitch was inside to the lefty Taylor, and a run comes in. Coming in to score is Wen-Hung Woo. It's 15-4. Everybody moves up 90 feet. They're at second and third with 1 out and a 1-0 count on John Taylor. Lefty-lefty battle between Goods and Taylor. Goods with a fastball that sits upper 80s, low 90s, typically around 88 to 90 miles an hour. Behind in the count, 1-0. It's ripped on the ground towards second, gloving it Simon. He'll go to first for the second out of the inning. Taylor picks up an RBI as Dresmecki comes in to score. It's 15-5.
Doing a good job this late into the ball game, and I'm sure a lot of this Power offense is saying, why couldn't we do this off of Izquierdo? A very similar inning to a lot of the big innings that the Canada A's have put up against their out of their pitchers.
First pitch strike to Jacob Maben, the last chance for the Power. Trailing by 10. Runner at third is Tyler Hendricks. Maben 1 for 3 on the day. The 0-1 is outside. One ball, one strike. Goods pitch. Called, strike 2. One and 2 the count on Jacob Maben. Power down to their last strike as this is skied in the air, right field, in foul grounds, and it'll drop just beyond the right field bullpen for the Power out of the range of Jackson. Count remains 1 and 2.
Everything that this game is accumulated into. Coming down to this last pitch here, or potential last pitch. What a great day for the Canada A's.
15-5, A's on top of the Power. Runner at third, a 1-2 pitch coming with 2 outs in the 7th. It's downstairs, 2 and 2. Goods trying to close this one out. Get the win for Alejandro Izquierdo, the starter, who wins 6 innings in this ball game, allowing just 1 run as this is popped foul off to the right and out of play. Power not making it easy on Goods here in the 7th. Maybe the 8th hitter in this inning. Not a lot has gone right for the Power today, but Stan Clyburn and the Power can really appreciate what they've done battling here to the final out in the 7th. The 2-2. Downstairs, it's 3 and 2.
Another 3-ball count here that Donnie Goods has found his way into. 3 free bases from the typical starter. An unconventional inning.
Payoff pitch, that's ripped into left center field. Warren running over. It's out of his range as he slid to try to make a grab. And down for a base hit. Another run comes home. RBI single for Jacob Maben, scores Hendricks, and it's 15-6.
Now that we're almost halfway through this lead that has been cut down by 5 runs, they're going to have to switch around something. It looks like Nochi's having a conversation. There was nobody up in the pen. I think he's still going to try and let Goods try for a couple more. It's still 2 outs.
Yeah, there's been no signal that there's going to be a change. Just kind of settle down your pitcher. It's been a long inning. This is the 9th man of the inning coming up for the Power, Francisco Pulido. And just kind of remember, hey, you've still got a 9-run lead. Throw strikes. That's really what it comes down to. Let them hit the ball, basically. Put the ball in play. Make them beat themselves.
They came into this inning only 3 hits. They've since doubled it, and now 5 more runs to their tally.
Pulido skies the first pitch into right, and foul. Gets out of play.
Obviously not trying to erase the great foundation of this game that Izquierdo has laid for the first 6 innings of this contest and 72 pitches in those 6 innings.
It's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and once again, Power down to their final strike. 0-2 count on Francisco Pulido. 15-6, A's on top. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Runner at first. In the 0-2 is outside, 1 and 2. Not going down easy. The 1-2. Up and away, it's 2 and 2. The other thing about this inning for Goods is As his pitch count continues to go higher, it might be a bit longer before he's able to make his next start for the A's.
Yeah, especially if he was being considered for tomorrow in another big matchup for them.
The 2-2. Misses low and away, and another full count. Third one of this inning. Runner at first. 15-6. A's on top. Power have brought 5 across here in the 7th inning. And now how big is that 5-run bottom of the 6th for the A's as a foul ball off the bat of Pulido? It remains full.
Yeah, absolutely massive, but perspective is nothing here. It just seems that the momentum has been completely in way of the Canada A's ever since the bottom of the first.
Trying to close things down. The 3-2. Called strike 3. And that's how this one comes to an end. The Power makes some noise in the 7th, but far too little too late as the Canada A's beat the Palm Springs Power by a final score of 15-6. The A's with the win pick up their 10th win. They're now 10-2, move to first place in the Winter League standings. The Power with the loss fall to 5-7. Both teams back in action tomorrow. The Power taking on Team China, 12:30 here at the main field. And for the A's, they get the early game, 9:30 on the turf against the Alberta Grizzly. And Joey, your thoughts on this one here today?
An absolute gem for Izquierdo, who gets the win. Definitely my pick for player of the game. There's so many offensive player of the games that you could list for just a great lineup all the way throughout. We talked about it from pregame to now, how amazing the Canada A's offense is. They showed that tenfold, 15-fold actually, more specifically today. Just consistently, methodically putting up runs every single inning except for that third inning where they were blanked, but they still got a hit in that inning. They hit around 17 hits on the day. Only one guy, actually two guys, ended up without a hit on the day. Three guys ended up without a hit today, and two of those guys were pinch hitters who only had 1 or 2 plate appearances. My point is, fantastic day for the A's. They're finally the sole front runner in first place. Team China getting a loss, them getting ahead by a game. Great feelings all around for the Canada A's. Hats off to Paul Noce. Let's see how they carry that success into tomorrow.
And you mentioned Alejandro Izquierdo, the winning pitcher. He improves to 2-0 with the win here today, and falling to 0-2 now on the season is Huang Po-Xian, the starters, the pitchers of record in today's ball game. That the final score was 15-6 in favor of the Canada A's. Again, we'll be back in action for you tomorrow with more California Winter League baseball. A trio of matchups here at the stadium, 2 of them at the stadium and 1 on the backfield. So we'll have those broadcasts for you right here on your California Winter League YouTube channel. On behalf of Joey Miller, I'm Brandon Januska. Thank you for tuning in today. The final, once again, it's the Canada A's 15 and the Palm Springs Power 6. Have a great rest of